Hello, I'm going to be talking about the Tennessee coal ash ponds. My name is Stormy Harlan, and I am in the Environmental Management Summer 2018 class. So let's start off. What exactly is a coal ash pond? So a coal ash pond is the byproduct when we have a coal power plant. A coal power plant basically functions as below in this illustration. You put fuel in, you burn the coal, and you produce electricity from that. But due to that, you do have some byproducts called, as you can see in this picture, such as bottom ash and fly ash. Those byproducts have to be dealt with and taken care of, so they are disposed in one of two ways. They're either put in a landfill or they are put into a coal ash pond, which is a man-made pond that they mix water and the ash together, and they dispose of it in that place. As you can see here, this is what a coal ash pond would basically look like. Here's an above view of it. As you can see right here, this is the actual coal ash pond, and right next to it is a landfill that they would also dispose of. And it's always near a power plant. In Tennessee, they actually have several coal ash ponds. So let me give you some small facts about Tennessee. They actually produce over 3.2 million tons of coal ash yearly. They have 8 power plants in Tennessee that have 18 ponds. And these ponds hold a capacity of 87.5 million cubic yards. And 17 out of 18 of these ponds are actually over 30 years old. So they're pretty old and actually don't adhere to the current pond standards, which I will be talking about later in this. And for more information about the Tennessee coal ash ponds, you can look at this lovely table. So, let's talk about the dangers of coal ash ponds. So coal ash ponds are mostly dangerous because of the chemicals involved. They have some arsenic, lead, chromium, cadmium, and mercury all in coal ash. And those have different varying effects on the body. As you can see from figure 1, like for example, mercury actually can cause nervous system damage. And the EPA did a study actually on coal ash, like coal ash in general, and the effect on humans, and they found that it can cause 900 cancer cases per 100,000 exposures, which is way worse than smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. There's also environmental dangers of coal ash ponds. So when you build a coal ash pond, you can cause things like groundwater contamination because of the fact that it can leach into the soil and go straight to the groundwater. It can also cause soil contamination due to the fact that it can also leach into the ground and contaminate the soil nearby, or it can actually have wind particles, or wind can actually carry the particles into nearby land. You can also have surface water contamination. Due to the fact that most coal power plants need water, they're always built by a stream or water source, which could, having a coal ash pond could have a runoff and go right into the surface water. And of course, wildlife impact. Due to the chemicals in it, fish, and also since it's near water, fish are the ones who get impacted the most. So, let's talk about the current policies that are in play right now with coal ash ponds. So in 2014, they came out, the EPA came out with some new policies. So the first one of the policies that they have is periodic assessments of the structure, hazard potential, safety, and instrumentation used in coal ash ponds. They also now require that there be groundwater monitoring to make sure that the groundwater doesn't have chemicals over the specified limit. They also now require location restrictions so that you don't build a coal ash pond where in a place that has earthquakes. And they require now a composite liner, which is basically any new coal ash pond being built has to have a liner to prevent leaching into the soil. And of course, they want there to be record keeping and public compliance so that the companies that do have coal ash ponds could be an open book. So why this is important is because in 2008, before these policies existed, in Tennessee, at the Kingston fossil plant, there was a spill. There, about 1 billion gallons of coal ash slurry contaminated acres of land, including 2 rivers, and it killed tons of fish at the time. And there were houses that were destroyed, and a lot of damage was done. The official cause of this coal ash pond was a dam break, and it actually caused about almost $1 billion worth of cleanup. And actually, 10 years later, in 2018, there are still lawsuits out for this. And as you can see, here is what the actual coal ash was before, and this is what it looked like when the dam broke. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. And here's my references.